Alright guys, it's August 7th, 2022. I'm out here with these two hooligans that you may recognize if you're not new to the channel. We're out here in, I think this is Mercer County, right?
Yeah.
This is Mercer. We're out here in Mercer County. This is a property they've been hunting for 4 to 5 years now. I came out here and helped them hang stands 4 to 5 years ago. They've killed plenty of deer out here now. If you go back, watch this last year's channel, watch Breaker the Mold series, you'll see Ryan out here with a hell of a buck that he made. Hell of a buck that he shot, hell of a shot he made. It was great. But yeah, we're gonna film a little content out here, hanging stands, and go from there. You need that unlock?
Yes,
sir.
Well, we are here hanging stands on August 7th. We left at approximately 11:28. Right now, it's 11:32. And Ryan's taking his first break already.
Any words? Any words?
Faint mode.
You might not even have to zoom, but you can see the truck that we departed from.
Let's see here. Yep, we can see it.
Oh, I'm just giving him a hard time. He's carrying the heavy end.
This is why Jessie runs miles. For days like today.
Hey, it's like Cameron Haynes. If you want to be the ultimate, you gotta be fit.
Alright, I think we found our tree. Ryan almost died twice. Other than that, really, those are rookie numbers. We can bump those numbers up. But I think we found a good tree here. We got just from, you know, I haven't walked this or anything, and like I said, we actually did the math, it's been 7 years since I've been out here. Looks like they got bedding behind them. We can see deer trails going in and out. We got oaks. We got actually quite a bit of oaks. I was surprised to see how many oaks we have right here. So he's going to be tucked up right next to an oak tree. So you're going to have the acorns. That's going to be good. And then we got a whole bunch of elm tree. And actually, that's what we're putting this in. We're putting in an elm tree. It's a 2-man blind. Normally, either these two are out here together, or they have Ash. They're Ryan's brother from across the pond. So yeah, we're gonna start getting this up, and Jesse's scared of heights, so I say we send him up because that's always fun to watch. And yeah, stay tuned, I'll videotape it.
Alive, barely alive. Nearly got killed twice, but here he is, the man himself, up the tree where he loves, where he is best.
Better. What you need now, sir?
I'll need another ratchet.
Okay.
Let me,
So we got one ratchet stand up. I just have to drag this. I did awful. Nearly died, fainted twice. Jesse came in strong on the back.
Oh, I see. There you go, all yours now, Jesse.
Here you go. This is the new tree stand. This is the 2.5 man muddy.
It's like a team effort. When you pull, I have to pull.
Yep.
And the lad's just getting a little bit of work in.
Okay, as I hold tight here, try to tie it to the ladder on there.
So this is uncharted territory, this bit. We've hunted everything else on the farm except for this. This is pretty much uncharted. Now Jesse's got a tree stand right out the back here somewhere along the back fence line. There is a pasture right behind us. Nice big set of woods through there with a lot of trails. Jesse's actually seen his biggest buck in that woods, but had a misfire. But we've got some nice licking branches overhead here, and it opens up really nicely. Now we've seen deer coming from the field this way, and they tend to make their way down as well as through here and along these lines of woods. But we're making moves.
You guys got cup holders and everything. That'll be the first thing the squirrels chew.
It's a fancy.
First thing the squirrel chew. It's bad when you can't catch.
Maybe.
Fucking hell. He's just going for the handoff.
It's all in a hard day's work.
This is going to be a kick for the women, this one. Look at them calves.
So I get new merch. Jesse's gonna be my model.
As long as you get tall socks like this. Show off what I got. Close up of Mr. Boone.
I mean, I don't think you're going anywhere.
Famous last words. I don't think you're going anywhere.
I would keep that bottom strap on.
Yeah,
for sure.
Just
Put one up there.
Essentially, you got, right now you have 4 straps that would have to break before you fell to your death.
but again, you said you probably wouldn't die from that fall.
Yeah.
It's possible.
See? Glass half full. That's the type of guy you are, Jesse.
Would you be able to hunt from a stand anymore? Yeah.
Even if you can, you might have a little PTSD.
Yeah, mentally, it might take a long time to recover.
Alright, we got the stand up that they wanted. Got Jesse in it right now, if you can see him. But now we're just gonna hang some cameras and do some other maintenance on their blinds. But so far so good today. It is 1:15 so far, so making decent time.
If you ever need to know how unfit you are, get out on the farm and carry a 2.5 man tree stand less than a mile. You'll know. Here we are, uncharted.
Alright, we're at what Jesse and Ryan call the pipe stand right here. Jesse has a lot of close calls.
That's why it's called the pipe stand.
They've had a lot of close calls to deer, but haven't been able to get one done. We're now going to move the stand back about 5 to 8 yards, get it off the trail a little bit, cut some brush to open up the shooting lanes, and just make this spot a little better. He had a trail cam here last year. He's going to rehang it because he has a lot of does coming through, which obviously...
Actually, the first time I sat in the stand and I saw a deer, a forky came through.
So forky too.
7 yards, I killed that button buck that day before.
So he's being picky then. So anyway, they're going to hang this trail cam up here, and yeah, hopefully one of them can get a deer out of this stand.
You think we'd leave that?
Yeah, when I was looking up there. Like I said.
Yeah, you come up after this, obviously.
The uncharted territory, this. A lot of trails. This is definitely a point where the deer funnel through, they funnel down and funnel through.
It's like an intersection.
The problem that we had with the pipe stand is that we were right on top of the trail, so we recognised that. So we pushed it back up a little bit off the trail, put it a little bit higher up, so Jesse's got a little bit more height over the deer, a couple of feet higher. Done a little bit of clearing from some big brushes, and now he's opened up about 4 or 5 different options for trails, and the only thing we need to do is just do a little bit of repair on the seat, which we've got all the stuff for. That shouldn't be too difficult. But
What do you think, Jesse?
Good, gotta do some trimming here, and maybe that opens all that up, and it would open that straight ahead. So frying the some of that, it should open that whole bunch up, and if there's somebody in that pasture, or a deer in that pasture there, I'm just trying to make sure the tree doesn't fall in the tree here real quick. And then I'll have that whole pasture there. And that I could do some sitting down. One thing I'd like to do is we take this, put one off. But realistically, there's 2 bars here right now. I don't need to put one on that bar. Get one, get something a little out more, probably stand more to shoot.
alright guys, this is Ryan the Redcoat at Thin Blue Line Outdoors.
Jesse the Redneck, out on our property we have permission to hunt in Aledo, Illinois. Hunt a couple stands today, and Ryan almost died twice. So since he died, he kind of had this, you know, his whole life flashed before his eyes, and got us thinking and talking about when we came back, just everything we've been through on this land in the past 7 years or so. It's pretty special to me. This is where I shot my first deer ever. I remember it clearly, it was about 11:30, freezing my ass off. Had a big, thick construction harness on over my Walmart camo coat.
The early days. We had to do what we had to do.
Head in my lap, thinking, am I going to make it till noon? And then right to the right, the button buck came out and they smoked it.
Yeah.
Since then, I've taken about 2 or 3 more deer on the property. Every year we come out here, just another learning year from dragging out my first tree stands, hanging them up, putting cameras up, not turning the cameras on, coming back next month disappointed, figuring out how to actually turn the camera on, things like that. And so it's got a special place for me. It's where we've done a lot of growing as hunters, a lot of learning, and it's what we'll continue to do with the property.
I think one thing for me is, we've said this before, we get spoiled when we go to Boom's property. Very well managed property, all the toys, all the stands, the 4x4s, it makes it really comfortable, really easy, and that sort of gives us like a goal to reach for eventually. But I think what's special about this land is that this started with there was nothing on it. Everything we've done from this land has all been on hand and foot type thing. So every tree stand, I think there's 5-6 tree stands out there, and I think maybe it's about 3/4 of a mile, rough terrain. We've got them out hands and foot. I think every deer but one we've dragged out ourselves. So I think what I appreciate about this land is that hunting's hard, and it's always going to be hard, and I think when you put so much hard work and effort into it, I think the feeling that it gives you once you've like sort of accomplished yourself as a hunter, I think, you know, you get that experience, you build up to it, and this gave me that, and that could give me the hard work and the ethics it takes to go into hunting. It's easy to pay someone and go and sit in a tree stand and pull the trigger, but to do it this way, it really, you know, sort of gives, like, lets you know, it humbles you almost. I killed my first ever deer out here. It was an 8-point buck, and again it was dragged out, and they shot my biggest deer out here last year. Yeah, a little management 8-pointer, which was massive to me, but last year it got me 10 points, and that was even bigger. But again, I appreciate it more because every bit of work, from taking weed whackers out to taking handheld chainsaws, you know, everything gets dragged out with us, you know, buckets and tools and drills and saws, and everything we need gets walked out, and I appreciate that the most. So
it kind of goes back to what everybody says, when you pour your blood, sweat, and your tears into something, like, you really own it, and you really care about it, and you want to keep coming back to it. And I know it's a cliche, but we've literally had blood, sweat, and tears in this land, and so we love it, and we're going to keep caring for it, and we're going to keep coming back.
But we started with nothing, started from the bottom, now we're here, and you know, we've got a good little setup, and you know, Boom comes out a couple of times and helps us out, and just can't wait to see it.
Hopefully we get you some great footage from the land.